It's a stabbing pain. Really. It comes suddenly, without warning. I don't know how many doctors I've seen. Migraine? Migraine medications didn't help. Tension headaches? Please. I'm fine most of the time. But then it hits. It hits right behind the eye. It attacks me, like some tiny demon with an ice pick, stabbing my eye. It comes without warning, without pity, and without remorse. It attacked me in the car once. I crashed into a parked car. I got sued. Really. It's not fair. It wasn't my fault. When it attacks, my eyes water and my nose runs. I can't see. All I feel is the stabbing, angry pain trying to pop out of my eye. It happened once at my job. I screamed. Everyone thought I was crazy. All it takes is one time doing something out of the norm, and I'm labeled as crazy. No one understands. I can't sleep. I can't work. I can't drive. I just wait for the demon to attack. I tried medication. Really, I did everything they told me. Pain medications, seizure medications, yoga, meditation, everything. I tried drugs, all of them. Really, I tried marijuana, Percocet, even heroin. My demon just laughs at my drugs. I got caught. I got caught with my Percocet. My parents think I'm a criminal. It's not my fault. It's the demon. It's always the demon. He screeches. He's coming. I don't know when. I don't know where, but he always comes back. The anticipation is almost worse than the stab. All day, I just wait. I just wait for the demon. Sometimes he comes. Sometimes he doesn't. I think he just laughs at me. It's not fair. I didn't ask for this. One doctor said it was an ice pick headache. Well, that's what it feels like. A demon with an ice pick. A demon stabbing me. I hate him. I thought I could stab him back. I didn't want to go without a fight, you know. So I got my own ice pick. I got my own ice pick and sliced out my eye. Can you imagine? Plucking out your own eye? But it didn't help. It didn't help. I don't know what else to do. Sewer slide? Maybe. But maybe I can get rid of the demon by finding him a new home. Maybe he'll like someone else. Maybe he'll move out. And I'll be free. I'll get my life back. I know it's not fair, but it's not fair that I have to go through this. This is not fair. Maybe if someone else feels an ice pick through their eye, they'll understand. Maybe the demon will go to them. Anyway, that's why you're here. I'm sorry. I really am. But I don't know who else to do this to. Please, stop struggling. It's just going to make things worse. Written by D. Fulkerson. Headaches. The sound of silence. The road had been covered in a dense fog. Denise decided to rent a room for the night. Seeing as she had parked near an unfamiliar hotel, she got out of the car, looking around for any signs of an entrance within the gray haze. A small light broke through the fog to reveal a glass door leading into the hotel lobby. An aged man behind the counter looked at Denise with an exhausted expression. Can I help you, miss? He asked in a fatigued voice. Denise came forward and asked for a room. After the exchange, she was given a key. She headed to the room and locked the door behind her. She sat down for a moment, talking to a partner who had always listened to her. He was always there, From her disastrous divorce to her parents' deaths, no one understood her quite like he did. He made her feel safe, always protecting her from the cruelty of the outside world. She left it all behind with him on her side. He never judged her. He never let her down. Denise felt complete when she first held him. A woman who had always traversed life on a single path. When she held him, she felt a power that only he could provide. Denise took out a wine bottle, sipping on it with a tearful satisfaction as the stereo vibrated with her favorite music. The night was still enough for her thoughts to come racing through it all at once. She recalled the old saying, your mind can be your worst enemy. Her imagination ran rampant with different possibilities. What could have been, how things should have been, and how it was all too late to change. Choices cannot be taken back once they've been made. Denise went into the bathroom, spreading her makeup all over the sink. She fixed herself so perfectly for her partner. She always took pride in how well she could place crimson lipstick on her soft lips. Denise was a beautiful woman indeed, but she never saw herself that way. Her ex-husband didn't care that she was a vision of beauty. His goal was the conquest of other women's hearts. Denise's partner eventually took care of that problem. The music shifted to soft jazz. Denise slow danced out of the bathroom and over near to the bed, where she took her partner and swung him around to the beat. Denise held him tight as the night progressed, all the while tears rolling down her eyes. Her mascara mixed with the water, trailing down to her dimples. The dance came to a stop when the moment the music ended in a sound of silence. Denise looked at her partner, ready to do what she had been waiting and wanting to do for so long. She got on her knees, grabbing him firmly. She always admired how big he was, often filling him up to remember how much strength he gave her. Slowly, she placed the shaft in her mouth as far as possible. Utter bliss went through her body. She was finally doing what she'd been waiting and wanting to do this whole time. She closed her eyes as her partner finally said something throughout that long, cold night. The shot was heard by several rooms. The police found Denise's body on the floor. She committed sewer slide rather than being arrested for shooting her ex-husband. Next to her beautiful corpse lay her partner, a 357 Magnum, the unopenable wooden box. It seemed like just an ordinary box. The wood was old and weathered. The fastenings were heavy brass, and the lid was inlaid with an ornate silver symbol. My father willed it to me after the state executed him for murder. He left no explanation or instructions, only the small, mysterious wooden box. At first, I considered tossing it into the river. The last thing I wanted was a reminder of the man that had abandoned his son in favor of a life of violence. But being the weak willed person that I am, my curiosity soon overwhelmed me, and I couldn't stand the mystery of the box no longer. Opening the box, however, was easier said than done. Attempts to pry open the latches with my hands yielded only braided fingers and a broken nail. Screwdrivers were snapped, hammers were shattered, and drill motors were burnt out. Yet the contents of the box remained out of reach, encased in a wooden tomb determined not to yield its secrets. Eventually, I gave up, doing what I've always done when I can't get what I want. I told myself that whatever was inside was not worth the effort, and I did my best to forget about it. But the box would not allow me to forget so easily. And one night while I was sleeping, it opened on its own accord. I awoke to an eerie silver luminescence that filled my bedroom, and a deep sense of persuasive cold that chilled the surroundings to absolute stillness. As I sat up in my bed, I was overwhelmed by a sense of unfamiliarity, as if I had been transported somewhere that looked very much like my bedroom, but was home to someone or something else. The silver light was emanating from beneath my closet door, lending a sense of unreality to everything that bathed in its pallid sheen, casting odd shadows that seemed to creep and move in the corner of my eye. I could feel myself standing up, though I had not willed myself to do so. And slowly, quietly, I crept towards the closet. My fingertips brushed the knob, recoiling for a moment from a penetrating cold. Then, resolutely, firmly, I grasped it, pulling the door open to reveal the box. The hinges had sprung wide open. The light spilling forth was piercing and intense. My eyes filled up with the light and felt as if they would soon burst. Yet I could not tear them away. I could feel myself falling slowly forward into an abyss of silver light that enveloped my horizon and became my entire being. Just before it swallowed me, the box snapped shut, and I found myself on the floor, my sweat-drenched cheek pressed tight against the cold, rough wood of the box. I pushed myself back to my feet. The eerie silver light was gone, and my room seemed once again my own. Yet something was still not right. The cheek that had touched the box was throbbing with a burning pain. I wandered into the bathroom and flipped on the light, gasping at my grotesque reflection. The symbol on top of the box was burned into my cheek. I reached up to touch it, but as I did, so it faded. But the brand was not the only souvenir the box has left me with. I could feel a presence with me, an unwelcome guest inside my mind. I find myself missing time, awakening in strange locales with blood splattered on my clothing. But that is not what worries me the most. What worries me the most is the call I received from my lawyer yesterday, asking for clarification on the amendment I had made to my will. He wondered why the only thing I wanted to leave my son when I died was an unopenable wooden box.